please. That's better. Right, good evening, everybody. Sorry about that. Well, it's Wednesday night, and I've just had a bit of a problem logging on there. It just wouldn't seem to go live for me, but never mind. I rebooted, and we're off. So I'm sorry I'm a minute or two late, but never mind. Robin's already saying, taps, watch, yes, waiting, and am I really ready to go or not? Hi, Nick, says Faye. Hi, Nick. Hi, Lydia. Hope all is well. Well, it is. Thank you very much. Worn out today. I've had the grandkids, and they always wear us out, but never mind. We try and wear them out, but they wear us out more. That's why you have kids when you're young, of course, but that's what they're all about. So Clive and Janet, the teasers, have just joined us. So they're saying good evening to Nick, Lydia, and everybody. Well, Lydia hasn't actually turned up yet, but she will be with us any second, I'm sure. Sarah's also just logged in. So lovely to see you, Sarah. Hope you're all keeping well and managed to go out to one or two pubs already as we're beginning to see ourselves out of lockdown. It's been a long time coming, I have to say. But what a change in the weather we've had today. Well, last night, I mean, we've had a glorious April in terms of not temperatures, but in terms of sunshine. I think we've just about had a record solar production over the last, well, April, so to speak. However, it has been cold and frosty virtually every day, especially in the morning, so not been particularly warm. But today, what a change it was last night when the rain came. It hammered down here in Rugby all night long, just about. I should know because we've got a tin roof. It's all we can afford. So, yes, it was quite noisy, and it didn't really stop until the first thing this morning. So it was a bit noisy, but never mind. Right, Mick and Bev have just joined us. So good evening to Mick and Bev. Hope you're both keeping well. And great performance by Mick, as I recall. Mick and Bev, the pair of you, on Sunday. So congratulations on that. Jackie's just joined us. She's saying evening all. So it's great to see Jackie and Faye. And Martin's just joined us. He's saying waiting for Wet String to Yelvertoft to try out to start as a team. It was a bit like me, Martin. I was struggling to get live tonight. It just wouldn't have it. It was going round and round and round when I hit go live button. So I was a minute late getting on, but never mind. Now then, Wednesday nights, we start off tonight. Round number one is entitled Wednesday, the 28th, surprisingly. So you use the initial letters of the word Wednesday. The two numbers 2 and 8, followed by, well, that's if we've got the 2 and the 8 right tonight, followed by the letters TH. So that should give you 13 possible answers to round number one. Round number 2 tonight is a very easy sports and games round. I think 2 testing there. Round number 3 is a connections round. I know we love those, especially Carol Green and 1 or 2 others. Then we have a food and drink round for all you foodies. Round number 5 is an initial letter link. And finally, round number 6 is some general trivia to keep you on your toes, he says. No, John's just joined us. So good evening to John and Hillary and the famous 5. It's great to see you still in quizzing mode then, John. You've been doing the quiz a long time, and it's great to see you still doing it. Jed and Tracy have also just joined us. So good evening, Jed and Tracy. I hope you're both keeping well and you've enjoyed your day. Talking of the weather, after a dismal start, and I didn't think it was going to get any better, we went out for lunch today with the kids. Picnic, that was, in the car. Let's not get too excited about where we went. But this afternoon has proved that the weather has picked up a lot, and we've had some lovely sunshine this afternoon. A little bit of cloud and a little bit of cold wind. But, yeah, it's been a lot better this afternoon than it was last night, that's for sure. Now then, we had a very, very close finish last week with all the teams being very close right up until the last thing, and I'm hoping we can keep it that way tonight. So overall winners last week, we had 3 teams right at the top with 61 points. We had Split the Difference. We had PRS and we had Carol Green all managing 61 points. Then we had Val Barnes and the Quizzy Rascals on 60. They were ahead all night. They got pipped in the last round, but 60 points put them into second place. And then we had Ian Sharrett and his bottle of Shiraz. He managed a fantastic 59 points, with Clive and Janet and the teasers just behind on 58.5 points. Now, I'm not going to go all the way down the list, but there were some great performances, and it was very, very close last week. So who else has just joined us? Mike Yates has joined us. Good evening, Mike. I hope you're keeping well. Have you got a full team tonight? Are you on your own? You'll have to let me know. And Home Alone 6 is saying, evening, Nick. We're all here and ready to go. The highlight of the Wednesday night, isn't it? Home Alone 6. I don't know if there's any football on tonight. There must be. So Roy probably got one eye on the football. I think Man City are playing, are they? I don't know. I can't remember, actually, but never mind. Jane's just joined us. So Jane and Graham, they're saying, good evening, everybody. Lucky you getting some rain. Still dry as a bone here. Famous last words. We'll probably have a deluge tomorrow. Well, I don't know as you will, actually, Jane. It looks like it was drifting back over Frogs, over to the French, tomorrow. So you might miss it altogether, but never mind. That's a shame. Certainly the gardens needed a bit of rain. It's been getting very dry. There's no doubt at all about that, but I'll be glad to see the back of it as we're trying to get things organised in the pub, and it's not easy when it's pouring down with rain all the time, but never mind. Penny's just joined us saying good evening, everybody. So good evening to you, Penny. I hope you're keeping well. And Mike's just saying, he said, yes, we're just getting the team together. That's what I like to see. Ian Miller's just joined us. Good evening, Ian. What was I going to say to you, Ian? I can't remember what I was going to say. It was certainly something about Burnley at the weekend, winning 4, whatever it was. It's a hat-trick in the first half. What a fantastic performance that was by the Burnley boys, so to speak. Now, tonight I'm starting on a bottle of Hobgoblin. Hobgoblin Gold, just to keep me going, keep me sane. Pick and Mix have just joined us. Good evening, Pick and Mix. Good evening, everybody. Looking forward to another good quiz. Well, you might like to turn off and go and find one. Sorry. That dreadful. Never mind. Right, then, let's just run through those. Now we've got more teams logged on and raring to go. Michelle's just joined us. She's in Crick Team number 2, signing in. James, Charlie, and myself all ready to enjoy another excellent quiz. Well, we've got 2 very good crick teams, always raring to do battle as usual. And Carol's just joined us saying Cornish Tyke has joined us now. Now, Carol Green had the distinction last Wednesday of coming first equal alongside PRS and Split the Difference. And I think that was a fantastic achievement last week, Carol. So let's see whether you can achieve the same tonight. Now then, we're starting off tonight. Round number 1 is entitled Wednesday the 28th. Wednesday the 28th. Round number 2 is a sports and games round. Very, very easy, straightforward. What's PRS just saying? Good evening. Enjoying the line of duty. Pork scratchings and Peaky Blinders ale. Excellent. That's what I like to see. Line of duty. Well, I'm glad to see you've started. I trust you have started from the beginning, Matthew. You need to start from the beginning if you're watching Line of Duty. And I know it's a long old trawl, but you'll enjoy it all the way through. Round number 3 tonight is a connections round where I ask you 9 general knowledge questions, and there's a connection with question number 10. Round number 4 tonight is a food and drink round. A food and drink round. Basically, just 10 general knowledge questions about food and drink, which you can't go very far wrong with. Round number 9 tonight is an initial letter link. All right, Treasure?
My charger's at home.
Oh, no.
Are you do it at home or you won't an extra 10 minutes?
No, you're all right. You zip back and go and get it. Have you got your computer here?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Just zip home and go and get it.
No, it's literally on about 20 minutes.
You're all right. We got 5 minutes. Lydia's got to zip home and get her charger. Her computer's dead, so we'll just have to talk amongst ourselves for a minute or 2 longer. I could probably start the first round without too much whatever, but never mind. Oh yes, PRS is just saying yes, just finishing series 3. Oh, it gets better as you go. Oh dear, Carol's just saying connections. Ugh. Oh dear. And Andrew's just saying the string is dry. We are here now, so we have connection between Yelvertoft and Dunchurch, which is excellent news. So full team there. So it's great to see Andrew and Jane just join us, and Martin Tina. I hope you're going to enjoy the quiz tonight. Footy Fox 86 said, good evening. All just about got you working okay on the holiday Wi-Fi. Excellent. Where are you? That'd be great to know, Footy Fox 86. Where are you at the moment? You'll have to let me know. Paul has just joined us from the Quizzy Rascals. Now you're all in trouble. Last week, the Quizzy Rascals, fantastic 60 points. They were only pipped right at the very end by the 3 teams on 61 points. Right, whilst What's up? Ian's just joined us. He's saying, Ian and his bottle of Shiraz here. No Julie or Harry tonight. What's happened to Julie and Harry? Ian, you'll have to let me know. And Chris Meads has just joined us. He's saying, good evening, Nick and Lydia. So good evening, Chris. I trust you haven't been working too hard today, he says. No, Ian. Thank you for dropping that thing off this morning for me. Or was it yesterday? No, it was this morning you woke me up, wasn't it? Right, then we have just got to wait a minute for Lydia to get back. We can get started. Well, I can get started in 3 minutes' time, but it's going to take 10 minutes to get there. Well, I suppose 10 minutes to get there and back. Footy Fox 86, we are at Centre Parks. Excellent. Yes, my son Luke was just telling me he's managed to book in for Centre Parks, and I expect they're welcoming back all their lost trade over the last year or so. They must have lost an awful lot of money. I don't know. But like all businesses, we've been bailed out, or some of us have anyway, by the government a bit, keep us going. But we'll see. We'll probably all have to pay a lot more in tax as we come out of this lockdown, but never mind. So we're looking forward to get our second jabs in a couple of weeks' time. They're on the way now. So I don't know how many of you have already had your second injections, but apparently it's still going pretty well as we speak. Right then, what have we got? We've just got a minute left. So let me bring the quiz up on my screen anyway. We'll have to start without Lydia's input on round one, and you'll just have to listen carefully, I think. And she'll perhaps just have to catch us up, I think, when we get to round two. So that's not a big issue. The first rounds are always fairly straightforward, and if anybody doesn't hear the question or whatever, we'll be able to repeat it for you. So Carol's just saying I have my second jab tomorrow. Oh, well done, Carol. I hope it goes well for you and you don't get too many in the way of side effects. I was watching on the BBC News tonight. Apparently the biggest side effect, it'd be surprising, wouldn't you? The biggest side effect they've now come to thing is a sore arm. Yes, that's what I saw on the BBC News only yesterday. So that's about it. You know, they've been going on about blood clots and all sorts of things, trying to put everybody off having a second one, but never mind. Royce just said, hey, Nick, I was interviewed by the police the other day, but I made sure I replied to every question with no comment. Needless to say, I didn't get the job. That's very good, Roy. Very good start there. Keep them coming. Are you watching the football tonight, Roy? I don't know. I think it is City on, aren't they? I don't know whether you'll be watching that, but never mind. Right then, we have just got a minute to go. What's that? Whose birthday? Oh, yes, that's a point. Is it anybody's birthday? You'll have to let me know. It was what? Ken's. What, this Friday coming? Yeah. No. Apparently it's Ken's birthday. Ken is in part of the Split the Difference team. So it's his birthday on Friday this week. I won't tell you how old he is, but he's getting close to his getting old. And he's a little bit older than me, but never mind. So without further ado, I'll sing a quick, what's the input? I tried calling the bondage helpline earlier, but no answer. I guess they're all tied up. Oh, I like that one here. Keep the jokes coming, everybody. Right then, I'll have to sing happy birthday after round one. So let's crack on with round number one. My wife can get it on the phone in a minute, and then we can sing Ken happy birthday. Right then, everybody, starting first round is entitled Wednesday the 28th. Unfortunately, Lydia won't be able to put them down in the chat column as she's just gone home to get her computer because she'd forgotten her charger. So I expect she'll catch us up by round two. So just be careful if you don't know any of the questions or you don't listen to them or you don't hear them, just let me know and I will repeat them for you whenever. Okay. So question number one, starting with the letter W. With a population of 250,000 people and a top-flight Premier League football team, the natives of which West Midlands city are called Wolverunians? Apparently. So with a population of 250,000 people and a top-flight Premier League football team, the natives of which West Midlands city are called Wolverunians? So as Lydia's not putting the questions down, you just have to make sure you either write them down yourself or just make sure you listen, which is a shame. Starting with the letter E, what two-word phrase does a bingo caller traditionally say to indicate that the game is about to begin? So question 2 again. What two-word phrase does a bingo caller traditionally say to indicate that a game is about to begin? Robin's just put, I went to the doctor to tell him that I can't pronounce th and f. Ah, well, he said, you can't say fairer than that. Oh dear. I'm sure he couldn't. Right, question number 3. What word is used to refer to water in the form of droplets that appear on thin exposed objects in the morning or evening because of condensation? So what word is used to refer to water in the form of droplets that appear on thin exposed objects in the morning or evening because of condensation? Starts with the letter D. Sure, that couldn't be too tricky for you. And as that was far too easy, we'll swiftly move on to question 4, which is an anagram. You might like to write this down. Snow, as in snowballs, S-N-O-W, under, U-N-D-E-R, snow under, not snowed under, snow under, is an anagram of which TV show, which had a longer title when it was first broadcast in 1972. Oh dear. Will do, Jed. So Snow Under is an anagram of which TV show which has a longer title when it was first broadcast in 1972. It's a one-word answer. Question number 5, starting with the letter E, serving over 160 destinations across Europe, Asia and Africa. In which county is London's Stansted Airport? So question 5 again, serving over 160 destinations across Europe, Asia and Africa. In which country is London's Stansted Airport? Question number 6, not the same as last week's, but similar. What is the 8th star sign of the celestial zodiac and represents those born between October the 23rd and November the 22nd? So question 6 again. What is the 8th sign of the celestial zodiac and represents those born between October the 23rd and November the 22nd? Dear Faye said, I saw a microbiologist today. He was much bigger than I expected. Oh dear. Very good, Faye. Very good. Come on, let's keep them coming, please, everybody. More jokes, the better. Right, Lydia's just arrived, so she'll be plugging her computer in. Hopefully, I've already sent her the quiz by email. We'll see. Question number 7, starting with the letter D. It's a two-word answer. By what name is the dice with the number 64 on one face known as in the game of backgammon? So by what name is the dice with the number 64 on one face known as in the game of backgammon? It's a two-word answer I'm after, starting with the letter D. Question number 8 is a song lyrics. Little things I should have said and done, I just never took the time, is a line from which famous song, which has been performed by Elvis, Willie Nelson, and the Pet Shop Boys, amongst others. So, little things I should have said and done, I just never took the time, is a line from which famous song, which has been performed by Elvis, Willie Nelson, and the Pet Shop Boys, amongst others, many others, including me. Aha! That starts with the letter A. How are we doing, Liz? You're flashing up. Stupid boy. Roy's just put, after my recent operation, the doctor told me I could do lighthouse work. Trouble is, we live 150 miles from the coast. That really is very funny. Lighthouse work. Yes, very good. My wife's getting sick of me buying her stupid gifts. Next one you buy, I'm going to burn, she said. So I bought her candle. Oh, dear. Very good. Right, question number 9, starting with the letter Y. In the Tour de France, the rider with the lowest aggregate time wears what colour of jersey? You're right, Robin. Technically, you can't. We're about as far away as you get, actually, aren't we? Somewhere in the Midlands. So question 9 again. In the Tour de France, the rider with the lowest aggregate time wears what colour of jersey? And that starts with the letter Y, of course. Right, I hope it's not been too difficult so far for you. So starting in the number 2, it's a 2-digit answer. What is the total number of dominoes in a standard set? It's also the common name for a parrot widely distributed in Western Australia. So question 10 again. What is the total number of dominoes in a standard set? It's also the common name for a parrot widely distributed in Western Australia. You're right, Roy, you can. You could have been living in Australia, couldn't you, Roy, at the time, after your operation? Question number 11. This starts with the number 8. The number 8, again, a 2-digit answer I'm after. In bingo nickname parlance, we all like this. What number is normally associated with the call staying alive? So in bingo nickname parlance, what number is normally associated with the call staying alive? It's a 2-digit number starting with the number 8. Question number 12, starting with the letter T. What is the name of the famous flat-top mountain that overlooks the city of Cape Town in South Africa? So question 12 again. What is the name of the famous flat-topped mountain that overlooks the city of Cape Town in South Africa? How you doing? Are you getting there? Flashing up. And finally, question number 13, possibly the trickiest in the first round, starting with the letter H. It's a two-word answer I'm after. Often cited as one of the greatest composers in the history of film. Who composed the Pink Panther theme? So question 13 again, often cited as one of the greatest composers in the history of film. Who composed the Pink Panther theme? Well, there we have it. I'm sure you'll all agree that that was a fairly straightforward first round. Have you got the email lids? Lydia's just flashing her computer up, so if we're all going well, we should be able to give you all the questions in round 2. So I'm sorry about round 1. Just talk amongst yourselves. Now, I've had some very good jokes there, particularly Roy's, and Faves was very good. Yeah, some very good jokes. So keep them coming. Keep them coming. Lighthouse work. Oh dear. Bit difficult to get lighthouse work these days, isn't it? Durham. You're right, he does come from Durham, Ian. Well spotted. Leslie's asking for number 7 again, so let me just go back for that. Right, number 7. Yes, it's a two-word answer. Starts with the letter D. By what name is the dice with the number 64 on one face, known as in the game of backgammon? Oh, number 6, Penny. Number 6 is the one to do with the stars. What is the 8th sign of the Zodiac and represents those born between October the 23rd and November the 22nd? That starts with the letter S, and it's not the one we had last week. If that's any help whatsoever. Good question, Robin. Die, probably. Singular. Oh dear. Clive and Janet, the teacher saying, Janet and Clive will have been wed 48 years next Sunday. That's not a joke. Well, 48 years, yes, no, that isn't a joke. Bit like me, we've been married a long time as well. Not quite 48 years, that is some record. Well, if you're going to join us on Sunday, I don't know whether you will, if it's your anniversary, it won't be, but if you are going to join us, we'll have a big celebration on Sunday for that then. Clive and Janet, that sounds good. What's this, Carol Green? What do you get if you don't move a single muscle all week? A trophy. What side of the chicken has more feathers? The outside. Oh dear. Oh dear. I was trying to impress colleagues on Zoom calls by buying lots of books as a background, but they fell on me. I only have my shelf to blame. Oh dear, oh dear. Yes, people have been. I feel like I've been married 48 years. Robin says you'll have noticed that I'm in a picky mood this evening. It's all right, Robin. Cheers to you. I don't mind people being in picky moods. Oh, the Zodiac was October the 23rd to November the 22nd. It's the 8th sign of the celestial zodiac. Right, we're all happy with that? Right then, I will run through some while Lydia gets herself prepared to give us the questions in round 2. So question number 1, of course, that's City I was after, known as the Wolverhamptonians. They're better known as Wolverhampton. Number 2, it's Eyes Down, the bingo caller traditionally calls. 3 is Jew, of course. That conversation to find on things in the morning. Number 4, Snow Under is an anagram of News Round. News Round. It was originally called John Craven's News Round, but they shortened it and made it a bit more snappy with News Round. Question number 5, serving all those destinations, of course, London Stansted Airport is in Essex. Number 6, I was after Scorpio, the star sign Scorpio. We had Sagittarius last week, so it wasn't going to be that one. Number 9, by what name is the die with the number 64 on one face? Well, it's called a doubling die. A doubling die. Basically, it's got a 2, a 4, a 6, and 8, whatever else, and it ups the ante. If you think you're in a good position to win the game, you can increase the bet. Number 8, of course, that song, Little Things I Should Have Said and Done. I just never took the time. It's called Always on My Mind. Always on My Mind. And number 9 in the Tour de France, the lowest aggregate time, of course, is a yellow jersey. Number 10, what is the total number of dominoes in a standard set? And also the name of a parrot, apparently widely distributed in Western Australia. It's 28. Apparently the parrot says 28, 28, 28. I don't know. That's what parrots do, I suppose, copy things. But apparently it just says 28. Number 11 in bingo nickname parlance. What number is normally associated with a call Staying Alive? That's 85. That flat top mountain was better known as Table Mountain. And, of course, often cited as one of the greatest composers in the history of film. The composer of the Pink Panther theme was Henry Mancini. Oh, Clive and Janet's just saying, unfortunately, we're away for a few days, so we'll miss Sunday and Wednesday. Well, you have a great time next week, Clive, Janet. I'll sing in a minute anyway, so we can sing happy birthday and celebration for 48 all in one go. First off, let's have some scores in, see how we're all doing and the scoring tonight. Are you ready to go then, Liz, for the next round? Yeah. Just about, she said. Right, we have Jed and Tracy Stadium with a 12. We've got Carol Green with a 13. The York is off with a 13. Yeah. Michelle, James and Graham are off with a 12. We've got the Teasers off with 13. Graham Jane given on 11. Mike Yates and his team on 11. Home Loan 6, 13 points. Sarah Rush, James and Joe on 12 points. We've got John O'Rourke and the Famous 5 on 13. Mick Roberts is on 13. PRS have dropped 1 on 12 points. We've got Pick a Mix on 12 points. Ian says 13. Never known to do that before. Well, there we have it. Well done, Ian. 13 points. Fantastic. Penny Green on 11. The Booby Prize girls are on 11. We've got the Quizzy Rascals on 13. Ian's going, news round. Oh, dagnabbit, he says 12 points. Well played all the same. Clive and Janet are saying earplugs, Robin. Yes, he'll get his earplugs ready. You needn't worry. Split the difference are on 13. And the weak links are on 13 points. Angela, I don't suppose you want to flash up your phone, do you, so we can sing happy birthday? So we've got Ken, Joe, and then Clive and Janet. Clive and Janet, I don't think they do it. Oh, in a minute, we've got Downhill, he's saying, only took a year. Well, you see, and you might get the next right as well, because it's not that hard. I'm just going to get, wait a minute, I'm just going to get the happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Joe and Ken. Happy birthday to you. It'll go round again. Happy anniversary to you. Happy 48th anniversary to Clive and Janet. Happy birthday to you. Woohoo! Hello. Yes, and if you didn't think that was stupid enough, all the while playing it again in the background. Right, some great... Footy Fox 86 has put a score of 12 down there as well, so well played, Footy Fox 86. Right, round number 2, here we go. Sports and games. Sports and games, nothing too testing here. Ian, you might stand a good chance for this little lot. Here we go then. Question number 1. At which sporting venue would you find Valentinesbrook, Canal Turn, and the Chair? Carol's just put, we used to love watching news round with the kids, made the news understandable to us adults as well. Robbie and I have made it stop. It stopped. Stopped. Right, so question one again. At which sporting venue would you find Valentine's Brook, Canal Turn, and the Chair? Well, I expect you'll find a chair at most of those, most sporting events, to be fair, but never mind. Question number two in the game of football. Who scored the goal that was accompanied by Kenneth Wolstenholme's famous commentary of some people are on the pitch. They think it's all over. It is now. So in the game of football, who scored the goal that was accompanied by Kenneth Wolstenholme's famous commentary of some people are on the pitch. They think it's all over. It is now. As he slammed it with his left foot into the top of the net. It was a good shot by any standards at that point of the game. Question number three. This one's dedicated to Mick Roberts, who is a lover of Monopoly. I know he is. What word appears in the names of 17 properties on the US Monopoly board, but in the name of just one property on the UK Monopoly board? There's an interesting one. So what word appears in the names of 17 properties on a US Monopoly board, but in the name of just one property on a UK Monopoly board? Bit of a daft question, that one, but never mind. Got to get the old daft one in there, haven't we? Now, as usual, we'll be doing our Sunday night quiz. Same time, 8 o'clock, Sunday night. So it'd be great to see as many of you there as possible. And then hopefully, as the pubs get opened up, we should be opening our 2 pubs in May. I think we're probably looking at early July if you want to come and join us at the Victoria Inn on a Sunday night. So we're probably going to be starting sometime early July. That's what I got in mind anyway. I don't know about everybody else, but we'll see. Wolstenholme was born in Manchester. Yeah. Some good facts here, Ian. Right, question number 4. What goes with red, blue, yellow and green to give the colours of the 5 rings in the Olympic symbol known as the Olympic rings? So question 4 again. What goes with red, blue, yellow and green to give the colours of the 5 rings in the Olympic symbol known as the Olympic rings? Only because I come from there. Well, it would be a Burnley supporter. Obviously, I'm a secret Man United fan as well. You've always got to have a number 2 team, Ian. What? Question number 5. What word is used in snooker to refer to the first shot of a frame, and in tennis to refer to an individual game won against the opponent's serve? So question 5 again. What word is used in snooker to refer to the first shot of a frame, and in tennis to refer to an individual game won against the opponent's serve? Question number 6. This was in the news recently. In 2020, the 2021 US Masters golf saw a golfer of what nationality win a major championship in men's golf for the first time? I didn't really read that very well, but never mind. The 2021 US Masters saw a golfer of what nationality win a major championship in men's golf for the first time? That's probably not before time either, but there we have it. Question number 7. This is for all people that live in rugby, I suppose. In the variant of rugby union called rugby sevens, how many players in total form a scrum? So question 7 again. In the variant of rugby union called rugby sevens, how many players in total form a scrum? I didn't want to make these too hard for you tonight, so fairly straightforward, hopefully, sport round. Let's hope we can get some high scores. Question number 8. The Fosbury flop is a technique used in which Olympic track and field event? Or should I just say field event, or is it track and field event? I don't know. I'll leave the question as is. The Fosbury flop, that's question 8, is a technique used in which Olympic track and field event? It wasn't, was it? Question number 9. In the game of cricket, what does it mean if the umpire raises his index finger above his head? So in the game of cricket, what does it mean if the umpire raises their index finger above their head? Stinky finger. He's checking the wind direction. Yes, I've seen that. Itchy head. Keep guessing, everybody. Question number 10, probably the hardest one in the round. What sport was called mintonet when it was first developed by William G. Morgan in the USA in the late 19th century, before its name was changed to one that better reflected the nature of the action involved? So question 10 again. What sport was called mintonet when it was first developed by William G. Morgan in the USA in the late 19th century, before its name was changed to one that better reflected the nature of the action involved? That's an interesting question. There was a variation of that question on the Chase a couple of weeks ago, so you might have got that one, mintonet. All right, then, everybody, that's the end of Put You Out Your Misery. If you don't like sport and games, that's the last of those tonight, you'll be pleased to know. So without further ado, we'll go back and do some marking on that round and see how you fared. Lydia's now thankfully getting all the questions put up for us, and she'll put the answers to these when I've read them out. So the sports and games round, we started off the sporting venue, of course, was Aintree Racecourse. Number 2, the footballer who scored the goal was Jeff Hurst, of course. His final of a hat-trick in that game. Number 3, what word appears in the names of 17 properties? Well, they're avenues. There's only one avenue in the London version, which is Northumberland Avenue. But apparently in the US version, there are 17 properties called Avenue. Number 4, of course, the colour of ring was black that I wanted. Number 5 was a break. Number 6, of course, he was Japanese. So the guy that just won the US Masters last month, or earlier this, where are we? April. Still in April, aren't we? It was earlier this month. Number 7, variant of rugby union called rugby sevens. How many players in total form a scrum. That's 6. The Fosbury flop is a technique in the high jump. In cricket, you're out. If he raises his hand above his head, you're out. And finally, number 10, the sport called mintonet, of course, is now called volleyball. Volleyball. My ex-wife used to play in the National League mintonet. Well done, well fair. There we have it. You see, there's always one well played here. My ex-wife. All right. Right, then we've got some scores in. The Wheat Links have moved on to a very creditable 22 points. Well played, the Wheat Links. Didn't find those too hard then, thankfully. Jane and Graham have moved on to 18 points. We've got 21 for the Orchies. Carol Green's moved on to 22, as has Ian Miller on 22 points. Jed and Tracy on 22. Footy Fox 86 on 20. Mick Roberts has moved on to a very impressive 33. I'm not quite sure where you got that one from, Mick, but never mind. Michelle's moved on to 21. The famous 5 yet to drop a point. They're on 23 points. Sarah's moved on to 21. Home Alone 6 are on 22. We've got Penny Graham on 18. Mick Roberts, he's corrected his score, is on 23 points. Well played, Mick. Mike Yates on 18. The Booby Prize Girls are on 18. Clive and Janet the Teasers on 23 points with PRS on 22 points. Pick a Mixer on 21 and Split the Difference are on 23 points. So we've got some great cracking scores out there so far tonight. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 teams yet to drop a point, as 1 or 2 haven't put their scores down. But never mind, I'm sure we'll be getting those in thick and fast as we go through the evening. Right, round number 3 is a connection round. Ian and his bottle of Shiraz, he's moved on to 21 points, so well played, Ian. Right then, round number 3 is entitled a connections round. Oh, the Quizzy Rascals have just come in 22 points, so it's all to play for. A lot of teams there or thereabouts as we go into round number 3. 9 questions on general knowledge plus a final question asking for a connection between the previous 9 answers. Oh, I thought this was a good connection tonight as well. Quite interesting. Right then, here we go then. Question number 1. Also the distance between the 2 sets of stumps in the game of cricket. What name is given to the imperial unit of length that is equal to 22 yards? It's just a one-word answer. Nothing to do with cricket, really, Martin. So, also the distance between 2 sets of stumps in the game of cricket. What name is given to the imperial unit of length that is equal to 22 yards? Ooh. You've got to know your imperial units, that's all I say. Your pecks and your bushels. Make sure you don't get them mixed up. Right, question number 2. It's a bit tricky. What word that is derived from the Latin word for king originally referred to the elaborate clothes and accessories of a sovereign, but is now more generally used to refer to any set of special clothing and accessories? So what word that is derived from the Latin word for king originally referred to the elaborate clothes and accessories of a sovereign, but is now more generally used to refer to any set of special clothing and accessories? Question number 3. 21 years after the first generation model was given the honour, the 4th generation of which small car model by Toyota was named European Car of the Year 2021? So 21 years after the first generation model was given the honour, the 4th generation of which small model of car by Toyota was named European Car of the Year 2021? Should know that one, Liz. Question number 4, listen to them carefully. What type of weather condition is the last word in the title of the first ever song to be performed on Radio 1 by The Move? So question 4 again, what type of weather condition is the last word in the title of the first ever song to be performed on BBC Radio 1, which just happened to be by The Move? I think the kids have worn me out. I'm drinking very slowly tonight. It's either that I had curry for tea, so that probably had accounts for it, but never mind. Good old Roy Wood. God. Question number 5. Which actress played Sally in the 1989 film When Harry Met Sally? So question 5 again. Which actress played Sally in the 1989 film When Harry Met Sally? Carol's just put, I can't remember listening to that. What, the song or the film? It's a bit, I presume you mean the song. Question number 6. It's a one-word answer. What is a social dance for two people that originated in the 1880s along the Rio de la Plata, the natural border between Argentina and Uruguay? And still performed there a lot. Saw a television program about it not long ago. So question 6 again, what is a social dance for two people that originated in the 1880s along the Rio de la Plata, the natural border between Argentina and Uruguay? Question number 7. What word represents the letter L in the Nato phonetic alphabet? So question 7 again. What word represents the letter L in the Nato phonetic alphabet? I hope you're all keeping up. I expect one or two of you may have the connection already. If so, you've done very well. So question number 8, in the world of computing, what word is represented by the letter S in the acronym USB? So question 8 again, in the world of computing, what word is represented by the letter S in the acronym USB? Question number 9. In the Stephen King novel, Cujo is a St. Bernard dog who becomes murderous after being bitten by a bat and being infected with what horrible disease? So question 9 again. In the Stephen King novel, Cujo is a St. Bernard dog who becomes murderous after being bitten by a bat and being infected with what disease? Common amongst dogs. Well, not necessarily in this country. Certainly is in India. Especially when you get bitten by a bat. Right then, of course, question number 10. What is the connection between the previous 9 answers? So look at your answers carefully. And see whether you can work out a connection between them. Very clever connection tonight, I have to say. Even I was amazed how good that one was. Took a bit of time, that one did, though. It's the way a devious mind works, you know. Have you got the connection, Anne? Mm-hmm. Now, Lydia's put all the questions down on the right-hand side for you to look at. All you've got to do is look at all your answers carefully and see whether you can work out the connection between them. As I say, it's a devious connection tonight, but quite clever. I'm sure you'll enjoy it when you know what the answer is. Now, do remember, we are doing a quiz Sunday. And as always, I will ask you, or everybody, if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, it's easy to do. You hit the subscribe button at the bottom. Does give you prior warning of all quizzes. Jackie's saying, because your connections are usually so simple, question mark. Come on, Jackie, work out it. Oh, dear. Oh, Home Alone 6, here we go. Very clever, Anne. Like it. Excellent. That means you worked it out well done, Home Alone 6. I thought it was quite clever myself. And, of course, I always ask you, even if you can't subscribe, just hit the like button at the bottom. YouTube seem to like, the more likes you've got, the more likes they seem to have of us, so or me, so to speak. So do feel free. The little like button, it's the thumbs up button. Hit the thumbs up button if you've enjoyed the quiz. Of course, if you're not enjoying it at all, don't bother. But do feel free to hit the thumbs up button. I do appreciate it, and it does keep me up on top of the high quality quiz rankings that we get on YouTube. Well, I'm going to give you a bit more time on that one. How we're getting on, Robin? Have you managed to work it out? Oh, my computer's suddenly slowed down. Well, the processor has. The fans stopped whirring away so high speed. Mm-hmm. Amazing. Now, don't worry if you're really taxing your brains too hard on that one. Next round is food and drink, which may be a bit easier. Can you give me a week and I will not get it, said Carol. She loves these connection rounds. Okay, everybody. Ditto. Good. Right. Okay. Let's go through the round then. There's quite a lot struggling a little bit with that connection, but never mind. So we started off. Also, the distance between two sets of stumps in the game of cricket. The imperial unit of length that's equal to 22 yards, of course, is the chain. I'm sure we've had that before. The chain. So give yourself a point for that. Number 2, that word derived from Latin, word for king. Originally referred to the elaborate clothes and accessories of a sovereign, but it now more generally referred to people with a set of special clothing and accessories. That's known as regalia. Regalia. So well done if you've got regalia. That was a tricky one. Number 3, of course, the Toyota named European Car of the Year was the Toyota Yaris. The Yaris. Number 4, the type of weather condition. By the move, of course, it was flowers in the rain. The rain I wanted. Number 4, the actress that played Sally was Meg Ryan. Number 6, of course, was the tango. That dance for two people that originated on the border between Argentina and Uruguay. Number 7, the letter L in the Nato phonetic alphabet represents the word Lima. Question 8, in the world of computing, what word is used to represent the letter S in the acronym USB? That's serial, as in Universal Serial Bus. Serial. Number 9, in Stephen King novel, the dog became murderous after being bitten by a bat and being infected with rabies. Rabies. So well done if you got that. And of course, if you look carefully at all those one-word answers, they are all anagrams of countries. They are all anagrams of countries. So we started off, number 1 was China, number 2 was Algeria. Then we had Syria, Iran, Germany, Meg Ryan, that was a good one. Tonga, Mali, Israel, and Serbia. Serbia. So well done if you got that. That wasn't easy, was it? Never mind. It took me ages to do 1 or 2 of those, I have to say, but never mind. Thought the Meg Ryan was good, though. Right then, everybody. Yes, give yourselves an extra point if you worked out the connection. James got the connection very quickly. Well done, Michelle. Well done indeed. Well done, James, especially. So, yeah, not an easy thing to do unless you do anagrams and crosswords quite regularly, I think. So James got it very quickly on a 31. We've got Mick and Bev on 32 points. The weak links have moved on to 31. Ian Miller, 30 points, still doing remarkably well. Jane and Graham Gifford on 28 points. Sarah Russ, James and Joe on 29 points. We've got Jed and Tracy on 31 points. Home Alone 6 on 32 points. Clive and Janet on the teasers are on 32 points. PRS are on 31. We've got Carol Green. Very clever. 30 points. Well played, Carol. John O'Rourke and the famous 5 moved on to 32 with Fuddy Fox 86 on 26 and Penny Graham on 26. Pick and Mixer moved on to 29. Mike Yates on 27. We've got the Quizzy Rascals doing well on 31 points. Georgie Lambert and the Yorkies on 29. Ian saying in his butler, Shiraz, 30 points. Very clever, he said. Booby Prize Girls on 28 points and split the difference on 32 points. So everybody's dropped a point now. Well, I'm glad about that. So it's just about the right level to keep everybody interested. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 teams still with on 32 points. We've got a number on 31 points, and we've got a number still, including Ian Miller, on 30 points, and a lot of teams not far behind that as we go into round 4, the food and drink round. Food and drink, 10 general knowledge questions about food and drink. Not too hard, I hope. So question 1, listen carefully. Referring to the simplicity of his recipes, what was the title of Jamie Oliver's first TV series, which ran for 3 seasons from 1999 to 2001? So referring to the simplicity of his recipes, what was the title of Jamie Oliver's first TV series, which ran for 3 seasons from 1999 to 2001? Question number 2 for all you wine connoisseurs. Lambrusco is a variety of grape and a variety of wine, but what colour of wine is made using the Lambrusco grape? So question 2 again. Lambrusco is a variety of grape and wine, but what colour of wine is made using the Lambrusco grape even? Question number 3, a little bit of history in this. What chicken dish was created by Constance Spry and Rosemary Hume for a special occasion in 1953 and was also named after this occasion? So question 3 again, what chicken dish was created by Constance Spry and Rosemary Hume for a special occasion in 1953 and was also named after this occasion? I know Home Alone 6 will get that one because I've had it round at their house once. So bound to know that one. Yeah, she did. One of Joy's creations, as I remember. Question number 4. Which breakfast or brunch dish consists of 2 halves of a muffin topped with ham or bacon, poached eggs, and a hollandaise sauce? So question 4 again. Which breakfast or brunch dish consists of 2 halves of a muffin topped with ham or bacon, poached eggs, and a hollandaise sauce? Carol's just said, I was born the day after the occasion. Fantastic. It's funny how you relate things like that, isn't it, Carol? The wife and I got married 3 days before Charles and Diana. We were on our honeymoon whilst they were marching down the aisle. Question number 5 is a bit too easy. Paella, a type of risotto rice, is widely regarded as the national dish of which country? So paella, a type of risotto rice, is widely regarded as the national dish of which country? Well, apparently in the country they don't think it's a national dish. They think it's more of a local dish, but there we have it. Ian's just putting down me. Well, I'm the same age as the NHS and the World Health Organization. Looks like having a competition here then. Question number 6. This is a bit trickier. Normally served as a starter, what name is given to a dish of raw meat or fish that is sliced very thinly or pounded and was named after a Venetian painter? Carol's put, my mother said it was raining in Bradford and raining in London. Matthew's just put, I'm the same age as my brother. You would be, your daft son. He's your identical twin. Oh dear. How is your brother, by the way? Is he keeping well, Matt? I haven't seen him for a little while. So question 6 again. Normally served as a starter, what name is given to a dish of raw meat or fish that is sliced very thinly or pounded and was named after a Venetian painter? Jackie said, I was born the day after the woodyard 3 doors away from our house burned down. My mother went into early labour. She blew in my wood. Frightened her to death, I expect. Question number 7. With concerns that the American public would reject a type of food with a German name, what was named Liberty cabbage during World War I? So question 7 again. With concerns that the American public will reject a type of food with a German name, what was renamed Liberty cabbage during World War I? That's a good word for it, actually, Liberty cabbage. Question number 9. I'm sure you can work this one out. Sorry, number 8. Advertised with the slogan, Devon knows how they make it so creamy. Which food brand, has a name that is sometimes used in mythology to refer to the food of the gods? Don't think people had Liberty measles. No, I'm sure they didn't, Robin. So advertised with the slogan, Devon knows how they make it so creamy. Which food brand has a name that is sometimes used in mythology to refer to the food of the gods? Devon knows. Devon knows. Oh dear. Roy's put, hey Nick, I applied for Pirate University but got rejected. They'd asked for 7 C's. Oh, lovely accent, said Carol. Thanks for that, Carol. My Devon accent. Question number 9. Which confectionery product, originally featuring skimpily clad dancers, has been advertised with the slogan, full of Eastern promise? So question number 9 again. Which confectionery product, originally featuring skimpily clad dancers, has been advertised with the slogan, full of Eastern promise? Here's for what goes in hard but comes out soft and wet, chewing gum. Oh dear. Question number 10. Which fruit has a name that is derived from the Latin words meaning apple and seeded? So question 10 again. Which fruit has a name that is derived from the Latin words meaning apple and seeded? What's that, blackbird? Just heard a blackbird tweeting. And there we have it. 10 dead easy questions on food and drink. I hope you got all that lot right. Nothing too testing there. On a similar theme, what does a pirate who's just become an octogenarian say? Oi, matey. Oi, matey. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oi, matey. That's dreadful. Right then, everybody, let's go back to the beginning of that round, see how we're done. 10 general knowledge questions on Mew. We started off referring to the simplicity of the recipes. Jamie Oliver's first TV series was called The Naked Chef. The Naked Chef. Number 2, Lambrusco is a variety of red grape, which should give you red wine, I suppose. Number 3, what chicken dish was created by Constance Spry and Rosemary Hume? That was coronation chicken. Number 4, of course, the breakfast or brunch dish was Eggs Benedict. Number 5, paella, of course, is supposedly regarded as the traditional dish of Spain. Number 6, normally served as a starter, what name given to a fish of raw meat or fish, thinly sliced and pounded, and named after a Venetian painter. That's Carpaccio. Carpaccio. Well done if you got that. That was a tricky one. Number 7, with concerns that the American public will reject a type of food with German name. What was renamed Liberty cabbage? That was sauerkraut, of course. Sauerkraut. Number 8, advertised with the slogan, Devon knows how creamy they make it so creamy. Sorry, Devon knows how they make it so creamy. It was Ambrosia I was after. Number 9, of course, was Fry's Turkish Delight with that full of Eastern promise. And finally, number 10 is the pomegranate, that putting together of the 2 Latin words for apple and seeded, pomegranate. So well done if you got that. Now I'm expecting some good scores there. Some good scores. So let's see how you fared. The Capriccio was a bit tricky, but I suppose if you've been to Italy enough, you'll know that. Or Carpaccio even. Right, the famous 5 have moved on to 41 points. Now that's a great score. Sarah, Russ, James and Joe, they've moved on to 39 points. Carol Green not far behind the famous 5 on 40 points. We've got the Weak Links on 39 points. Mike Yates on 34. We've got Ian Miller still doing very well, Ian. 38 points. Jen and Tracy on 39. Mick Roberts has moved on to 41 points. Footy Fox 86 is on 33. We've got Graham and Jane Given on 37. Georgie and Rory and the Yorkers are on 37 points. With Michelle, Charlie and James on 39 points. PRS have moved on to 41, as has Paula Lewis and the Quizzy Rascals on 41 points. Ian Sharrock, they've just joined. He's got 10 for his bottle of Shiraz there. So that's on to 40 points. Penny Graham's moved on to 35 with the Booby Rise Girls moving on to 36. Pick and Mix not far behind on 38 points. So at the moment, we've got the Quizzy Rascals. We've got Clive Janet and the Teasers on 42 points and Split the Difference on 41 points. So it appears that Clive Janet and the Teasers are just taking the lead at the moment, 42 points. We've got Split the Difference on 41 even. We've got Polaris, Quizzy Rascals on 41. PRS are on 41. We've got Mick Roberts on 41. We got the famous 5 on 41, and we got Carol Green on 40 points. So some fantastic scores there, everybody. And let's hope you can all keep it up. Now, round number 5 is an initial letter link. We have 10 questions on general knowledge, where the answer to the final question can be spelled out by rearranging the first letters of the first 9 answers. So question number 1, are we raring to go in this round? Known locally as the offshore oil capital of Europe, what is Scotland's 3rd most populated city? Oops, I've just lost my screen. Sorry. Come back. So question 1 again. Known locally as the offshore oil capital of Europe, what is Scotland's 3rd most populated city? Face just put, my husband reckons he has the body of a Greek god. I had to explain him, Buddha wasn't Greek. I like that one. You tell him, Faye. Question number 2, also the title of a 1996 film. What is the only one-word anagram of the word tapestries? So also the title of a 1996 film. What is the only one-word anagram of the word tapestries? I hope you're good at your anagrams tonight. We've had plenty of them.
Yeah.
Question number 3. In the TV and film franchise Star Trek, what is the 4-word blessing that often accompanies the Vulcan salute? So in the TV and film franchise Star Trek, what is the 4-word blessing that often accompanies the Vulcan salute? You often heard Mr. Spock saying it, I'm sure. Question number 4, according to the well-known proverb, what begins at home? So question number 4 again, according to a well-known proverb, what begins at home? Question number 5, used as a word in English to refer to an extremely small amount. What is the 9th letter of the Greek alphabet? So question 5 again, used as a word in English to refer to an extremely small amount. What is the 9th letter of the Greek alphabet? Just one look and I can hear the bell ring. Sorry, I'm singing along to this one. I shouldn't. Question 6. Just one look and I can hear a bell ring is a line from which 1970's #1 hit single, which was also the title of a 2008 musical comedy. So question 6 again. Just one look and I can hear a bell ring is a line from which 1970's #1 hit single, which was also the title of a 2008 musical comedy. Just one look and I can hear a bell ring. That's it. Yeah, I don't want to give it away. I'll give it away if I sing it. Even with my quality singing, you'd still be able to recognize it. So I won't sing it. I'll hum it. Question number 7, you've just got to put down the most obvious answer for this. What was Blackadder's first name in the 1988 Christmas special, Blackadder's Christmas Carol? So question 7 again. What was Blackadder's first name in the 1988 Christmas special, Blackadder's Christmas Carol? Don't think too hard. Just put down what you think straight away. Robin's just put, not Robin, that's Matthew. Keep going, Nick. No one will get it. And, I could sing it out of tune or in the wrong the wrong meter, so we speak, should we say. Question number 8, which knighted actor whose career spans 6 decades played Gandalf in Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings and Hobbit trilogies? So question 8 again, which knighted actor whose career spans 6 decades played Gandalf in Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings and Hobbit trilogies? Question number 9, I'm sure most of you get this one. The prancing horse is the symbol for which a luxury Italian car manufacturer? Not another one from Burnley Inn. They're all from Burnley or Manchester, aren't they? Amazes me how many you know that are all from up there. So question 9 again. The prancing horse is the symbol for which a luxury Italian car manufacturer? They're not from Burnley. No, Italy. Well, unless it's Burnley in Italy, I suppose. Burnlitio. Question number 10. Listen carefully. The first letters of the first 9 answers can be rearranged to spell what word? A word that is derived from a Latin phrase meaning make alike, and its origin of and is the origin of a more commonly used 3-letter word. It's something we all used to use at one time, but not used quite so much now. They're from Salford. Oh dear. So the first letter, the first 9 answers can be rearranged to spell what word? A word that is derived from a Latin phrase meaning make alike, and is the origin of a more commonly used 3-letter word. As I say, it's something we all used to use at one time, but possibly not so much these days. Carol saying anagrams I can do. Excellent. Well, all those countries should have stared you in the face straight away, Carol. You said, oh, that looks like a good anagram or something. No, not easy at all. Right, I'll just give you a second or two to try and work that out. Obviously, it's a single word answer, 9 letters long, which is often shortened just to 3 letters. Carol saying, I think I tend to give up before I start on connections. That's the problem. It's a bit like me with the music rounds at the pub sometimes. Good dear. Worrying thing is when you know all the tunes and there's no hope. You can't name any of them. Right then, how are we doing, everybody? Does anybody need a little bit more time, or are we ready to do some marking on that round? Are you all right, Ange? No. I'll give you a little bit longer. Yeah, obviously with these things, if you can finally get the 9-letter word, then you can see whether any of your previous answers are wrong. Helps you to work them back. Now, have any of you got holidays booked now so far? With things opening up, I think hotels are beginning to take bookings, certainly in the UK without any problem. Can you Google faster, please? Come on, Roy, you got them all already? Could be down to the last round then tonight. Come on, Home Alone 6. You've got it in your grasp tonight, I can see. Okay then, everybody. Let's do some marking and see how I've all fared after that round. So question number 1, yeah, put your pens down now if you haven't finished, and we'll just do some marking, see what you've got. Known locally as the offshore oil capital of Europe, what is Scotland's 3rd most populated city? That is Aberdeen. Number 2, also the title of a 1996 film. What's the only one-word anagram of the word tapestries? That's strip tease. What's that? Robin put A holiday I booked for May 2020 is now happening in May 2022. Dear God. Oh, no. Question number 3. In the TV and film franchise Star Trek, what is the 4-letter blessing that often accompanies the Vulcan salute? That's a live long and prosper, of course. Live long and prosper. God, dear, Jackie said, cancel mine today. Was meant to see a friend in Spain on the 24th of May. Oh, dear. Ian's going off on a car club weekend. That sounds like fun. Number 4, according to a well-known proverb, what begins at home? That's charity. Number 5, used as a word in English to refer to an extremely small amount. The 9th letter of the Greek alphabet is iota. Number 6, of course, just one look and I can hear a bell ring. Just one look and I can hear a bell ring. It goes something like that. It was from Mamma Mia by ABBA, of course. Number 7, what was that? Blackadder's first name in the special Christmas Carol. Of course, it was Ebenezer. Number 8, it was Ian McKellen I wanted, that knighted actor. Number 9, of course, the prancing horse is a symbol of Ferrari. And, of course, number 10, the first letter of the first 9 answers could be arranged to spell what word? If the word was facsimile, as in the fax machine, better known or shortened to fax. So facsimile comes from the Latin meaning make alike, surprisingly, but there we have it. So well done if you got those. Right, let's have some scores in, see how we've all fared after that round. So we have the Georgie and Rory, and the Yorkers have moved on to a spectacular 47 points. Well played, you two. Any other teams got in? Sarah, Russ, James and Joe on 49 points. We've got the famous 5 moved up to 51 points. Jen and Tracy are on 48. Mick Roberts is on 49. Jane and Graham Giffen are on 47. We've got PRS on 51 points. Michelle and Charlie and James are on 49 points. Ian said he's on 49, didn't get the striptease. Never mind. Carol Green's moved on to 50. Pick a Mixer on 47. Home Alone 6, 51 points. Got Martin Davis and the Weak Links on 49. The Teasers on 51 points. Footy Fox 86 on 40. Paula Lewis and the Quizzing Rascals are on 51. The Booby Prize Girls have moved on to 45. We've got Ian Miller on 47 points. That's a cracking score, Ian. It's got to be your highest of the quizzes yet so far, surely. You'll have to let me know on that one. Mike Yates has moved on to 42. Well played, Mike. Have we got any more scores to come in? So, at the moment, we've got the Quizzy Rascals on 51 points. We've got the Teasers on 51 points. We've got Home Alone 6 on 51 points. Carol Green's on 50. We've got a couple on 49s. That includes Ian, Michelle, Mick Roberts. Our famous 5 are also on 51 points. So, going to the last round, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 teams on 51 points. Split the difference from 49 as well. So, it's all very close. Top scorer at the moment, 51 points. Easily dropped on this last round. Now then, I've made this relatively straightforward tonight. There's 1 or 2 that might be tricky, but I think most people score reasonably well. So let's see whether you can hold your nerve and see how you fare with this little lot. So question number 1. Question number 1, round number 6. Currently used by 30 countries. What did the initials CET stand for in one of the world's recognized time zones? So question 1 again, currently used by 30 countries. What did the initials CET stand for in one of the world's recognized time zones? I need to know what the initials stand for. Question number 2. Any of you that are half decent at geography should get this one. Which group of islands, including 17 inhabited ones, lie approximately halfway between Iceland and Norway? And that means they're to the north of Britain, of course, which may help you. So question 2 again, which group of islands, including 17 inhabited ones, lie approximately halfway between Iceland and Norway? Question number 3. It's a bit ageist, I suppose, this one, but never mind. A ministry of the British government from 1968 to 1988. What do the letters DHSS stand for? So question 3 again. A ministry of the British government from 1968 to 1988. What do the letters in DHSS stand for? I'm sure one or two of you may well have used it. Question number 4, another one. Lyrics from a song. According to the lyrics of the song It's Raining Men, it's going to start raining men at just about what time? It's probably about right. It's probably about the right time. So according to the lyrics of the song It's Raining Men, it's going to start raining men at just about what time? Sing it, Nick. It's raining men. Hallelujah. It's raining men. I can't really remember it very well, actually, but it went something like that. Question number 5. What was the name of Dell and Rodney's local pub in Only Fools and Horses? Now, off you used to be going down there. So what was the name of Dell and Rodney's local pub in Only Fools and Horses? I haven't quite got there, Roy. It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men. Let's go there at 11:15. It's raining men at 8:15. Yeah. No, I'm giving up. So we'll move on from the sorry, what was the name of Dell and Rodney's local pub in Fools and Horses? We'll move on from that one. I nearly gave it away, but not quite. Question number 6. Which Johnny Cash single has a title that is also an area in the basin of the Pacific Ocean where a large number of volcanic eruptions occur? Oh dear. Come on, Robin, you know you like my singing, really. I could sing this one to you as well if you want. So question 6 again. Which Johnny Cash single has a title that is also an area in the basin of the Pacific Ocean where a large number of volcanic eruptions occur? Nothing to do with planets, should be pleased to know that one. Nice bit of Coldplay. Oh dear. Perhaps I could sing Coldplay medley, I suppose, yeah. Just to cheer Robin up. He loves Coldplay. Famous rock band. Question number 7. Listen carefully to this one. Which of the following places of the United Kingdom is located furthest south? I'll give you the choice. Is it Cambridge, Worcester, or Stratford-upon-Avon? We are talking about the city centres, or town centres, or town or city centres. So which of the following places of the United Kingdom is located furthest south? I'll give you the choice. Is it Cambridge, Worcester, or Stratford-upon-Avon? Ian's just saying, Vindaloo or Joel Frazee. What the? What's that? Oh, I see. Let's go Vindaloo, Ian. We're connecting it with the Johnny Cash song. Question number 8. Derived from the weight and height of an individual, what do the initial letters stand for in the abbreviation BMI? Wasn't that an airline or something? Or was that BMI? I can't remember. So question 8 again. Derived from the weight and height of an individual, what do the initial letters stand for in the abbreviation BMI? Right, penultimate question of the evening. Dead easy as usual. What word appears in the titles of 8 BBC nature documentary series written and presented by David Attenborough between 1979 and 2008? So what word appears in the titles of 8 BBC nature documentary series written and presented by David Attenborough between 1979 and 2008? Good old David. Facebook, what's the best way to make apple crumble? Reminder that her mum's Gwyneth Paltrow and her dad's in Coldplay. Oh dear, oh dear. Very good. And finally, what is the only one of the 4 compass points that doesn't feature in the names of any American states? So question 10 again. What is the only one of the 4 compass points that doesn't feature in the names of any American states? I'm sure that's fairly straightforward, that last one. The last 2, very easy. In fact, it was a very easy round, really, wasn't it? 1 or 2 there might test you. Now, do remember it's the taking part that counts. So no fighting amongst yourselves over the final results. There were 4 teams. Let's see whether we can have a nice, fair, square fight to the end there. With 1 or 2 guesses, I trust. So, have you got 10 answers down, Ange? Yeah. My wife's got 10 answers down for their team, so I trust most people don't really need much unless you're arguing over 1 or 2. Right. Team captain, take charge. Make sure everybody's got an answer down and got the answer they think should be right, at least. And these are the 10 answers to the previous 10 questions. Here we go then. Currently used by 30 countries. The initial CET stand for Central European Time. Central European Time. Number 2, the island group I wanted is the Faroe Isles, the Faroe Islands. Number 3, the DHSS, of course, was the Department for Health and Social Security. According to the lyrics of the song, It's Raining Men, it's going to start raining men about 10:30. I'm sure I could have sung it. According to the lyrics of Raining Men, it's raining men, it's raining about 10:30. Sorry. Question number 5, I nearly got that away. It was the Nag's Head, of course. Number 6, which Johnny Cash single as a title. It's also an area in the basin of the Pacific Ocean. It's called the Ring of Fire. Ring of Fire. I think there are enough jokes in the column there to give that one away. Number 7, this was the tricky one. Which of the following places in the United Kingdom is located furthest south? I gave you the choice. Was it Cambridge, Worcester, or Stratford-upon-Avon? It is actually Stratford-upon-Avon. It is 0.01 degree north south of the others. But there we have it. Question number 8, derived from the weight and height of an individual. BMI stands for Body Mass Index. Number 9, the word that appears in the titles of 8 BBC Nature documentary series is life. Life on Earth, life in the underground, life in this, life on the planet, life in the deep, life. And final number 10, of course, was East. East does not. We've got North Carolina, South Carolina, North and East Dakota, West Dakota, all that kind of stuff. No, West. What have we got? West Virginia, sorry. So we've got west, north, and south, but we haven't got anything with the word east in it. So there we are. Right then, let's see how you've fared. I think most people have done pretty well there. Stratford, I wouldn't have said, but if you look it up on a map, a very detailed map, you will find. Right, the weak links, they've set a new record. And basically out of a possible 63 points tonight, the weak links have come back with 59. So they've only dropped 4 points all night. So well played, Martin, Tina, Andrew and Jane. Well played indeed. George and Emmett, the Yorkers, again, pretty good score, 55 points for the Yorkers. So well played, George and Rory. Mick Robertson, Bev, fantastic, 57. Mike Yates, that's pretty good at 50. And Sarah, Russ, James and Joe, I hope you didn't put Worcester down, 57 points, well played. Ian and his bottle of Shiraz, he added 10, 59 points. You got 10 for that round, that was good. Jen and Tracy on 56. The famous five end up on 59 points. Michelle, Charlie James on 57. Carol Green ends up on 59 points. Ian's put 55, best yet for me. Well played, Ian. The teasers end up on 59 points. Well played, the teasers. Graham and Jane Gifford put 54. They need some rain. Well, let's pray for a bit of rain tonight. I hope you get a little bit if the gardens are that dry. PRS have ended up on 59 points. Pick a mix. They must have done very well on the last round. They've picked up a full score, 59 points for them. Booby Price Girls on 59, 53 even. Home Alone 6, 59 points. We've got Pick a Mix, 56 they're saying. Penny Graham, 49. The Quizzy Rascals end up with 61 points. Well played, the Quizzy Rascals. And Pick a Mix, Split the Difference, end up on 58. So it's been a fantastic turnout. Now, it does appear that we have a clear winner. The Quizzy Rascals went in with 51. They come out with 61, so they managed 10 on that last round. It wasn't that tricky. I think the guess was probably the Stratford-on-Avon, but never mind. So well played them for at least guessing that one of those right, perhaps. Or if you knew it, well done indeed. So the Quizzy Rascals end up on 61 points. That means in joint second place tonight, we have Home Alone 6 on 59. Pick a Mix. Oh, no, sorry, they got 56. So Home Alone 6 on 59. The Teasers on 59 points. The Famous 5 on 59 points. In his bottle of Shiraz on 59 points. And the Weak Links also on 59 points. So congratulations to 5 teams, joint second place. But of course, the congratulations have got to go to the out-and-out winners tonight. Quizzy Rascals, always the team to be there or thereabouts. So well done, everybody. Thank you for taking part. I hope you've enjoyed it tonight because it's been a very close battle. Didn't make it too hard for you all. 1 or 2 tricky ones in there, but never mind. So look forward to seeing most of you again on Sunday. And again, for 6 rounds of tricky trivia to keep you all going. And you might learn 1 new fact at least an evening. That's what we like to try and teach you. 1 new fact per day. Do hit the like button before you leave. It's very easy. Just hit the little like button. And thanks very much, everybody, for taking part. And thank you, Lydia, for helping me out with the questions when we got all sorted out. It's great. So good night all, and look forward to seeing you again on Sunday evening. So I'm signing off now. There we have it.